Have you ever noticed something strange? Some of the wealthiest people in the world can afford almost anything, yet there are certain things they deliberately refuse to buy. And no, I'm not talking about luxury watches, designer clothes, or private jets. In fact, some of the purchases that quietly keep ordinary people stuck are the exact purchases many wealthy people avoid. That sounds backward, doesn't it? Because most people assume wealth is about buying more. But what if lasting wealth is actually about buying less of the wrong things? Today, I'm going to show you 5 things wealthy people refuse to buy, and it's probably not what you think. Number 5 might completely change how you make decisions for the rest of your life. And if you stay until the end, you'll discover a powerful mindset shift that can help you keep more of your money, reduce stress, and create more freedom without earning a single extra dollar. If you found value in this video, share it with a friend or family member who is working toward a better future. And if you enjoy content that helps you think smarter, spend wiser, and build a stronger mindset, make sure you subscribe. Let's begin. The first thing wealthy people refuse to buy is things they rarely use. This sounds simple, but it's one of the most expensive habits people have. Think about it. How many items have you purchased because they seemed exciting in the moment? A fitness machine that became a clothes rack. A kitchen gadget used twice. A subscription you forgot about. A hobby purchase that lost its appeal after 2 weeks. None of these purchases seem significant by themselves, but together, they quietly drain thousands of dollars over time. Wealthy people often ask a different question before buying something. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" they ask, "Will I actually use this?" That's a completely different mindset, because ownership isn't value. Usage is value. Here's a quote worth remembering. Something used 100 times is cheaper than something used once. The goal isn't to become cheap. The goal is to become intentional. Every dollar saved from unnecessary purchases becomes a dollar available for something that genuinely improves your life. And that creates options. The second thing wealthy people refuse to buy is oversized homes they can't maintain. Now, before anyone misunderstands this, there's nothing wrong with wanting a beautiful home. The issue isn't size. The issue is burden. Many people stretch themselves financially to buy more house than they actually need. Then something interesting happens. The dream becomes pressure. Higher maintenance, higher repairs, higher utilities, more cleaning, more stress. Instead of the home serving them, they begin serving the home. Wealthy people understand that a home should improve life, not dominate it. They focus on functionality, comfort, lifestyle, peace of mind, because a house that creates constant anxiety isn't really creating wealth. It's creating obligation. Here's a powerful quote. The best home is not the biggest one. It's the one that gives you the most freedom. Imagine coming home feeling relaxed instead of financially stretched. That's a very different experience, and often a much smarter one. Now let's move to number 3. This one surprises many people. Wealthy people often refuse to buy expensive cars that destroy cash flow. Now, this doesn't mean successful people never own nice cars. That's not the point. The point is understanding the true cost. Many people don't buy cars. They buy monthly payments. They buy pressure. They buy financial commitments that follow them everywhere. The excitement lasts a few weeks. The payments can last years. Think about how many people work extra hours simply to support a vehicle sitting in a parking lot most of the day. Wealthy people tend to view purchases differently. They ask whether an expense creates flexibility or removes it. Because flexibility has value. Cash flow has value. Peace of mind has value. Here's a quote worth thinking about. A car should take you places. It shouldn't keep you from getting there financially. The goal isn't impressing strangers at a traffic light. The goal is creating a life that feels lighter, calmer, and more secure. Now we're approaching number 4. And this is where things become really interesting. Wealthy people refuse to buy lottery tickets as a financial plan. Notice those last words. As a financial plan. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a little entertainment. But wealthy people don't build their future around hoping for a miracle. Because deep down, they understand something powerful. Most life-changing success is built gradually. Not instantly. The human brain loves shortcuts. It loves the fantasy of waking up tomorrow and having every problem solved. But wealth rarely grows that way. It usually grows through patience, consistency, skills, good decisions repeated over time, small improvements that compound. Here's a quote that can change your perspective. The people who win most often are usually the people who keep showing up. Think about that. What if your greatest opportunity isn't a lucky break? What if it's the habits you're building today? That's a much more empowering way to look at the future. And now we arrive at the final point. The one many people never expect. Wealthy people refuse to buy other people's expectations. This is perhaps the most expensive purchase of all. Because unlike a car or a house, you often don't realize you're buying it. Someone expects you to dress a certain way. You spend money. Someone expects you to live in a certain neighborhood. You spend money. Someone expects you to appear successful. You spend money. Soon you're living a life designed by other people's opinions, not your own priorities. And that's exhausting. Wealthy people understand that freedom requires independent thinking. They don't make every decision based on what others might think. They make decisions based on what aligns with their goals, values, and future. Here's a quote worth remembering. The moment you stop paying for approval is the moment you start investing in yourself. That single idea can transform a life. Now imagine yourself 1 year from today. Really imagine it. You stop buying things you barely use. You become more intentional with your purchases. You choose a lifestyle that creates peace instead of pressure. You focus on cash flow instead of appearances. You stop waiting for shortcuts and start building steady progress. You stop letting other people's expectations control your decisions. What happens? Your stress decreases. Your confidence grows. Your finances become more organized. You feel lighter, more focused, more in control. Not because your life became perfect, but because your decisions became stronger. And here's the deeper truth behind everything we've discussed today. Wealth isn't created by what you buy. It's often created by what you choose not to buy. Every purchase represents more than money. It represents attention, energy, time, future possibilities. Most people spend years searching for a secret, but often the secret is surprisingly simple. Successful people learn to protect their resources, their money, their focus, their freedom, their peace of mind. They understand that every unnecessary burden makes the journey harder, and every intentional decision makes the journey easier. The gap between financial stress and financial confidence is rarely created overnight. It's usually built through small decisions repeated consistently, day after day, month after month, year after year. Every day you're becoming someone. The question is, who are you becoming? The people who stay stuck often wait for perfect circumstances. The people who move forward start with what they have. One choice, one improvement, one intentional decision at a time. So before you leave this video, I want to ask you something. Which of these 5 purchases do you think hurts people the most? Share your answer in the comments. Your perspective might help someone else see things differently. If you found value in this video, share it with a friend or family member who is working toward a better future. And if you enjoy content that helps you think smarter, spend wiser, and build a stronger mindset, make sure you subscribe. Remember this, you do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to keep making slightly better decisions. Because progress beats perfection. Every single time. And the future you want is built by the choices you make today.